Hey there guys, welcome to another time lapse here on the channel. It is time for another time lapse. Imagine that. I'm actually going to be making a Pokemon time lapse in this video. It's going to be kind of like the Pokemon logo, and I'm going to throw something extra towards the end here as well. The Pokemon logo has always been in a kind of like a dark blue color and kind of like the regular yellow duct tape color, but I decided to do it a little bit different and actually make the background all blue, as you can see, and then I decided to make the actual part of the logo the electric blue color. So it's going to be a little bit different, as you can see here, but it's going to be pretty cool. This is going to be one of the biggest logos that I've ever cut out for a time lapse, so I'm going to be working on that pretty soon. I was a huge fan of the anime series when it came out back in the 90s, and I don't think it's still on. I think Pokemon is kind of fallen out of favor with the younger generation, but back when I was around in the 90s, it was pretty much the most popular thing around. So I doubt it's like that anymore. So I'll be working on that part first. This is like one giant piece of duct tape, and it's going to be a lot of different pieces that I have to cut up and kind of peel off at the same time. So it's kind of awkward, but I'm going to be working on cutting out the entire thing first. So first things first. So I'm working on that now. But yeah, I was a huge fan of it. Used to collect all the cards. I used to play the games on the Game Boy Color back in the day. It was just a crazy, crazy time. Never actually played the trading card game, but I did collect some of the cards. So there's the entire logo there, and I'll be peeling this up. And this is where it gets really awkward, just because there's so many different pieces that you have to kind of peel up on separate pieces. Otherwise, the whole thing will just rip apart, and that's not exactly what I want. So I'm going to be nice and careful there. So there, you can tell, I'll make sure that it all goes down evenly. Otherwise, I'll get a bunch of ripples in it. So there you go, looks pretty good. Now of course I have to work on the yellow parts, and I was really lucky. The Duck brand regular yellow is pretty much exactly the same color as the letters here, so it tends to work out pretty well for that. There is a little bit of a shadow towards the bottom of the logo, so I obviously I didn't work on that for the time lapse, so it's going to be a little bit weird. I kind of have to rearrange the letters a little bit just to make sure it's even on most of the sides. At the same time, I have to keep this paper thing handy because, of course, like you see there, I have to use it as a guideline to stick everything down. So it tends to be a little difficult. So sticking that on, there's the P, and then the O will be next. This isn't really a huge issue when I'm sticking these down, because once you get them more or less lined up, you can just, just put them wherever you really need to. And with a logo that's this big, it's really easy to kind of just stick them where you need them to go. So the O can be moved a little bit, even though it kind of looks like it belongs there because of the paper image told me it should be there. So working on the E next. The E is probably the most slanted letter out of all of them, pretty much. So. And then of course after this I have to work on all the little spots in between the letters, and then of course I'm going to add a special little thing towards the end, because it wouldn't be Pokemon without a Pokeball, so I'll add that at the very end of the video. So yeah, working on that now. I'm actually working on an Ash Ketchum costume, the original costume that he worked on, with the original costume that he wore, I guess I should say, in the very beginning anime series. And you'll be able to see that if you guys subscribe to my other channel called Pop Culture Crafts. I'll put the link in the description box below. So I'll probably be filming a tutorial on that channel on how to eventually put together that costume, so it'll be pretty cool. Like I said, I'll put the link in the description box if you guys want to check it out. So there's the entire logo, and now I added those little spots in between. Now of course I'm going to add a Pokeball here. This is kind of like one of those just really simple Pokeball logos. I think it might be from Super Smash Brothers or something. This was one of those logos that ended up in that game. And I'm going to stick it right there. And then I'm going to kind of slant it towards the right side, but I'm going to obviously apply these pieces to give it that slant. Because the black circle is just a black circle. You got to add all these little things onto it to make it look like a Pokeball. So working on the white pieces first. And this paper image is going to get kind of torn up, but I really don't need it because it should be pretty simple to just stick everything on. So working on the red part next, and pretty soon I will be completing the time lapse. So hopefully you guys like the other two videos that were posted today. This is actually the third video that was posted. So sticking the red part on, and the white part, and of course the Pokeball button, and that will be good to go. So hope you guys liked the video, and that's a Pokemon logo time-lapse with a Pokeball on the bottom, kind of like an alternate color version of the logo. So like I said, hope you guys liked it, and I'll catch you next time on the channel.